You're listening to Rush's Week in Review.
And here we are back at it. Rush Limbaugh, great to have you with us, my friends, kicking off yet another exciting week of broadcast excellence. Our telephone number, if you want to join us, is 800-282-2882. And, of course, you can send an email, lrushbo@eibnet.us. Okay, so the media just made something up again. I mean, just took a germ of a story and blew it up into something that was not true. There was a regularly scheduled meeting at the White House today between Rosenstein and the chief of staff, and I don't know who else was in the meeting. But I guess the drive-bys didn't know that. Or if they did know that, they chose not to incorporate that knowledge into their story because they immediately this morning, upon learning that Rosenstein was going to the White House, began speculating that it was to resign, that Rosenstein was going to resign before Trump could fire him, because Rosenstein wasn't going to give Trump the power. He wasn't going to give Trump the privilege. He was going to play the victim. He was going to make it look like Trump was forcing him, the good guy, out. The only problem is that Rosenstein was not going to the White House to resign. He was going to the White House for a regularly scheduled meeting, or a previously scheduled meeting with the chief of staff over what? I have no idea. It turns out now that and they had a camera parked at the entrance to the White House where Rosenstein et al. Would be arriving. And sure as here came the SUV caravan with Rosenstein in one of the SUVs, and the media got more breathless and more breathless. Here comes Rosenstein to fall on his sword. Here comes Rosenstein to resign. And then the meeting was over, and they didn't report that Rosenstein resigned, nor did they report that Rosenstein was fired. They just reported that Rosenstein had left the White House, or was still there, what have you. This takes me to audio sound bites 4 and 5 last night on C-SPAN. Brian Lamb interviewed the chief White House correspondent, Major Garrett. It's called C-SPAN's Q&A. Major Garrett, who used to be at Fox, and prior to that used to be at the Associated Press, has a new book. It's entitled Mr. Trump's Wild Ride. And to set things up, Brian Lamb introduced and played a clip of me.
One of the places that you can find enormous criticism of the mainstream media is on talk radio. This is what they say almost every day about what you do at CBS.
The media is playing to the unstable. They are playing to the infirm. They're playing to the loosely coagulated in the brain. That was me from May the 18th of 2018 this year. That's a pretty good line, don't you think? Those loosely coagulated in the brain. So Brian Lamb plays that clip as evidence that talk radio is really, really hard on the drive-by media. Very, very critical. And here's what Major Garrett said in his answer.
Credibility as defined by Democrats, Republicans, and independents for the last decade before 2016 was on a steady descent. And what was happening simultaneously? Market share was also decreasing. I ask out loud repeatedly, is that a coincidence or a cause? And our industry, I think, has got to come to terms with that. I understand some of that's a trope. Some of that is said for marketing purposes for our critics. But if it had no basis, it wouldn't work. And it does work, and we have to ask ourselves, why?
So Major Garrett is admitting that my criticism of the media, nor anybody else's, wouldn't work if it wasn't true. So he is suggesting that talk radio's criticism of the drive-by media has basis in fact. You know, these people, this is one little observation here. I'm seeing this more and more often, that I do, or others do, what we do for marketing purposes. Now, that's a new way of saying what they've always said, which is, we say outrageous things that we know our audiences want to hear. And so we are simply satisfying the demands of our audience. No. That's the Democrat Party, Major. And by the way, I applaud your answer. Don't misunderstand. It's the Democrat Party that, for marketing purposes, and maybe the Republicans too, but there's no marketing here. I have never judged what I think you want to hear and then said it. It would be impossible. There are too many of you who have too many different opinions about things. It would be impossible. The person that tries to be everything to everybody is Rod Rosenstein. And look what that gets you. And there are other examples of it, too. But you can't please everybody, and yet there are countless phonies in this world whose entire reputations is made up of just that, trying to please everybody. There's no marketing here. And, marketing is a strategy. Marketing, I've been in marketing. I worked at marketing for the Kansas City Royals. And marketing has a distinct pattern to it. It has a plan, and it has an objective. And it is strategy. And it oftentimes is designed, well, it's always designed to separate people from their money. Not that that's a bad thing, like selling baseball tickets or football tickets or selling anything. They're a marketing strategy. Apple has marketing strategies behind the products that they sell. There's no marketing here. I just show up every day, tell you what I think. I don't strategize it. I never bring Mr. Snerdley in it. Mr. Snerdley, if I say this, what do you think the audience reaction is going to be? I never once. I don't do it. Never have done it. That's actually... Well, I think that's true. I think they do know better than anybody that I don't do that, and that is why this program has such credibility with its audience. Another email during the break. Mr. Limbaugh, how did you know? Because Twitter, all weekend I saw people saying on Twitter that you predicted this. You predicted another woman would come forward. How did you know? How did you know? Well, let's go back to the audio sound bites. This is last Thursday, me on my program. I'm telling you right now, it's already in the works, and I know it's in the works because I heard a drive-by media person talking about it. A drive-by media person was Karen Tumulty of the Washington Post, who says she wouldn't be surprised if more women surface over the weekend alleging similar acts by Kavanaugh, which she's just telegraphed that they're out there trying to find women that they can convince to come forward and say what they want them to say. You know they're working on that. You know that the Democrat Party, you know that the media, they're working in tandem. They are scouring women who went to the same school or went to school where Kavanaugh was seen, lurking around and so forth. And they're going to try to find as many women, not too many, find one or two women to come forward and say, yeah, I didn't want to come forward, but I'm watching what's happening to Christine Blasey Ford and I can't stand it. And so don't be surprised. Well, and it's happened, but I said, no great shakes here. Predicting this was, if you know the left, as I do, it was simple. And even buttress it further, Ronan Farrow, new Kavanaugh accuser, came forward because Democrats came looking. What did I say here? You know the Democrats, the media, they're working in tandem, scouring women who went to the same screwl or went to screwl where Kavanaugh was seen. Farrow confirms even that. The accuser came forward because the Democrats came looking, and it didn't have to look hard. This woman is a recipient of George Soros funds. Every one of these people, one way or the other, is connected to Hillary Clinton or her campaign. Every one of them. All of this is ultimately going to be traceable back to Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. You mark my words. And here is Karen Tumulty, just to show you that this is what... I didn't even need this. I didn't even need this to tell me that it was going to be another woman show up before today. But this is Karen Tumulty last Wednesday night on the All-Star Panel special report, Brett Baer.
The thing I think we all need to remember is that we still have 4.5 days until Monday. And the way the news cycle works in these times, this whole thing is probably going to take 5 or 6 twists and turns. Right. There may be other people coming out of the woodwork, either to verify what Judge Kavanaugh is saying or to back up what she is saying. By Monday, this could look like a very different situation. Bingo,
and here we are at Monday, and it looks like a completely different situation. They went out and they found this woman. This woman's story has so many holes in it, the New York Times will not run it. This story has 12 holes in it that people now have spotted in analysis. There's nothing to it, but the left doesn't care. This is my point from the opening hour. They've got nothing to lose with this depravity. They've got nothing to lose by taking every bit of American culture they can into the gutter. Their base will applaud them. Their base will reward them for this. There is nothing for them to lose. There is no shame directed at them for what they're doing. Interestingly enough, if they weren't trying to get rid of Kavanaugh, their base would be pummeling them to death. Their base is demanding this, not to say the Democrats wouldn't be doing it on their own anyway, but my point is that it wasn't that long ago this kind of thing in American politics would doom the party trying it. And if the Republicans tried it today, it would doom them because the media would turn on them and accuse them of upsetting the Constitution and jurisprudence and ages of case law. They've got nothing to lose here. They don't control the Senate now. They don't control the House. They've got literally nothing to lose. The way they're looking at it, there's no too low they can go. And in the process, they're taking the country right with them, particularly when we're talking politics. David Rodham Gergen on CNN last night with the anchor Ana Cabrera. Question, is it fair to have any timeline at this point for getting through a potential investigation and to eventually putting Kavanaugh up for a vote?
There has to be a couple of days where not only the senators and the White House, but the public can absorb this and begin to make judgments. You know, we need to be a little patient with this process playing out so that, again, I can't tell you how important I think it is to the future of the press in this country, that if he is going to be brought down, that the press is not seen as a complicit in that effort.
Well, now, if you're even thinking about that, then it must be it's already hit you that you are complicit. I mean, what a statement. Stop and think of this. David Rodham Gergen, who has worked for every president you can think of. I can't tell you how important it is to the future of the press in this country that if he's going to be brought down, the press is not seen as complicit. A little too late for that, don't you think, Mr. Gergen? The press cannot be seen as complete. They know, or at least Gergen does, they know that they're damaging their reputation. The press has a lot to lose. The press has market share, subscriptions, advertising rates, jobs. The press has a lot to lose here. The Democrat Party, not so much. The Democrat Party's deranged base, though, does not spend money subscribing to the New York Times or the Washington Post in great numbers. The Democrat Party base show up and vote, but they've got nothing to lose with this depravity. But the press does, and Mr. Gergen knows it. Here's Jane Mayer, who co-wrote the story in The New Yorker with Ronan Farrow. She's on the Today Show today with the co-host Savannah Guthrie. The question, your reporting makes clear that Deborah Ramirez was candid about questions her own memory, meaning she doesn't remember much. And she admits that she wasn't sober for much of this party. The White House has zeroed in on a New York Times story saying they can't confirm any of this. It seems like the New Yorker didn't find anybody with firsthand knowledge either. Is that corroboration? So here you have a media person telling another who wrote the story, hey, nobody can corroborate what you wrote. Is there any? And here's
you don't
the
have
answer.
to read tea leaves. We're right out front about it, and they're saying we found no eyewitnesses who would confirm it. We found somebody who remembers hearing about it that night or the next day.
Okay, stop it. That's all. Wait, stop the tape. Why did the story run then if one of the authors says, we're right out front about it, saying we found no eyewitnesses who could confirm it? Then why did it run? Well, we all know the answer to that. It ran to provide cover for Democrat senators to cancel the hearing on Thursday, and that's gotten too murky, too messy, too dangerous for poor Dr. Ford. She can't be expected to show up now in this circus. She's not going to testify Thursday. Make book on it, folks. It ain't going to happen. This story also gives Democrat senators the excuse to claim, all right, this is it. We've got another allegation. And since women don't lie, and since conservatives have no presumption of innocence, he's guilty. He needs to withdraw. Trump needs to withdraw the nomination. That's what the purpose of this story is. No eyewitnesses. And that's just the tip of the iceberg about things wrong with this story. No eyewitnesses, and yet it ran. Why?
Listen, learn, then spread the word. Rush on the EIB network.
This is Callow, where thoughts are molded and an occasional rumor is milled.
Anita Hill didn't have any eyewitnesses either, ladies and gentlemen, even though she claimed Thomas said that the pubic hair on the Coke can and the long dong silver stuff in front of the entire committee. Even though there was no evidence and no eyewitnesses, she still laid it all out for the committee. So the point is, the woman doesn't need evidence. That's what's being done to the rule of law by these people. They don't need any evidence. The Democrats, there'll be a new video from Hollywood actresses. We believe Ramirez. We believe Ramirez. She's telling the truth, even though the New York Times, the New Yorkers say they couldn't find a single witness. See, it doesn't matter. The nature of the evidence, no biggie. Seriousness of the charge, everything. All this is to provide cover for Democrats and the media to demand that Kavanaugh just quit and go kill himself. That'd be the best. Just get out of here. Just leave us alone. You have no business being on the Supreme Court, and you're not going to be as long as we have anything to do with it. And that's their attitude. Here's Rhonda, South Bend, Indiana, as we head to the phones. Great to have you, Rhonda. Hi.
Hi, Rush. I am very concerned about this weaponizing of sexuality by the left. I'm sitting here watching the poisoning of our culture by something I'm starting to think of as toxic femininity. Only we're not allowed to say that sometimes women do hurt men. When women use their femininity, or I'm just going to say it, their sexuality to manipulate, to control, to subjugate men, that's wrong, and it's toxic.
No, it's nature.
I'm the mother with the 4 sons. We have talked in the past.
Wait a minute. Hang on just a second. I don't want this going over people's heads. I'm not. Okay. When I say that that's nature, I'm saying that there are certain aspects of our humanity which are part of our creation. Yes. And remember one time I said the purpose of life is life? Mm. Life will do whatever it has to do to keep living. Well, men and women have to get together for that to happen to humanity. Men and women have to get together, not two transgenders and not two gays. Men and women have to get together for the race to propagate and continue. And men are forever chasing women until she catches the guy. Is the way it's programmed, the way it works. And women naturally have this ability. Thank God they do. Some of this stuff is just nature, and toxic feminism is right. Toxic feminism has attempted to erase and write out some of what nature has created for the male-female relationship. Now, I'm not there. Bad women here, bad men over there. I mean, nobody is saintly, and nobody's clean and pure as the wind-driven snow. But what the left is doing. Toxic femininity is one thing. What they are doing, you're absolutely right in what they're doing in terms of destroying natural sexuality by claiming that all men in their natural state are abusers and predators. This is created. Have you noticed this, Rhonda? Have you noticed the hatred for men that some of these activist political women harbor?
Oh, you're not kidding, Rush. I have the 4 boys. We have spoken in the past, and I have the husband. And I am sick of my men being shamed for simply being men.
Good. Hang on. Do not hang up. I want to continue this with you. Okay. Starting to say that you are aware of how much hatred, real hatred for men, has been created among women, particularly women who've been college educated the past couple generations. You were going to elaborate on how you know this.
Well, yes, I'm watching for one thing, my third son is a political science student at a local university, and he's seen the whole liberal agenda playing out. But I am watching how my sons and my husband are being shamed for simply being men. And I see that they are now entering a world where they have to walk on eggshells, because at any moment, an accusation could be leveled against them, and their reputations and their careers can be destroyed.
Right. Around the wrong women, they're guilty for simply being alive.
Yes, it's diabolical, and it's pitting men and women against each other, where, they're looking for women they can respect. They don't hate women, and they don't look at women as just sexual objects. They respect women because they've seen their father model that with me. So when women then respect the men in their lives, it works together just beautifully. So at some point, this is going to backfire, because every woman hears her biological clock ticking.
Well, I wonder about this. Wait. Every woman fears the biological time bomb? What does that have to do with it?
Hears it. Every woman at some point hears the biological clock ticking. So because then you want to find a spouse, a partner to have children with.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. It's called go to the sperm bank with your female husband. It's called go to the sperm bank, find a way to have a kid or adopt. But no, young women are being so poisoned about what men are or can be that many of them are foregoing all of that. And they're resisting the tug of nature, because the tug of nature is going to pull them toward men, but they're trying to resist it because of what they've been taught. And so there are a lot of, look at the single parent, female head of households that are burgeoning in the country right now.
And that is that has such a detrimental effect to our country. I know this isn't popular, Rush, but it is just simply true. A child needs, if at all possible, I understand there's divorce and all that, needs a dad and a mom. Because there are things that only a dad can give.
That's old thinking. See, that's you're dating yourself. That's antiquated. That's been proven as socially incorrect thinking. That's one of these many traditions that we've got to bust up and blow to smithereens according to the modern era of social justice.
Yes, but look at the fruit of it.
The fruit of it. Be careful. The fruit of it. What do you mean? Oh, well, you mean the results? Yeah. The results. Absolutely. Look, Rhonda, I'm so glad that you called. She said that there's going to be a backlash. I wonder about this. Let me go back to my proffered opinion today that's inarguable, that the left has nothing to lose with what they're doing. That in itself constitutes what I think is a major, major cultural depravity, a major cultural dissent. That a lawyer for a porn star can come out, Michael Avenatti, like he did last night, send an email to one of the lawyers in the Judiciary Committee, claiming that he's got a witness, multiple witnesses, to the fact that Brett Kavanaugh and Mark Judge routinely got women drunk and gave them the date rape pill so as to start a rape train at these parties. Get the women drunk and pilled up, and then a train of men would go in and out of the room all night, taking their turn. And he's demanding to be heard. He's demanding that the committee let him come in and testify, since they're going to be talking to Christine Ballsy Ford. Now, it wasn't that long ago that even this New Yorker story features with no witnesses, with no corroboration, that Kavanaugh was waving a dildo around in women's faces. It wasn't that long ago. If you tried that, you would pay a humongous price at the polls. The most recent example of it backfiring on Democrats that I can think of would be the Wellstone Memorial in 2002. It backfired. Is it going to backfire on them this time? By all that is decent, the Democrats in the past 10 days alone should have guaranteed that they lose seats in the House and Senate. If this country is populated by majority decent people. There is
back here in Pittsburgh, Jim Olander with you. More of our pregame coverage as we get you ready today for the Stampede and Team USA. This is the USHL Fall Classic, and the Herd have their work cut out for them here this afternoon, taking on a Team USA that is the U18s. They, of course, have two teams in this league, U17s and U18s. This is all of the U17s last year, which you may remember, a very, very talented group. They have, I believe, 6 or 7 potential first-round draft picks, NHL first-round draft picks on their roster here today. And this, of course, the Fall Classic, we talk about the number of scouts that are here today that come to this tournament. Well, they're all here for this game because all eyes are on Team USA and all eyes on number 6, Jack Hughes, the Orlando, Florida native. Had a remarkable season last year. By many is expected to be the number 1 overall pick in the NHL draft coming up here in June. So certainly a full season to go, but this is where NHL Central Scouting starts to begin their rankings after this tournament. They'll come out with their kind of preseason rankings, and they'll have a midterm ranking and a final ranking throughout the course of the season. So for a lot of these guys, obviously they're on the radar, but for the Stampede players, opportunity for them to get noticed by some of these scouts as well. So we'll talk to head coach Scott Owens coming up here in just a moment about that. But this team is very, very talented. A lot of scoring up front with Jack Hughes, Cole Caulfield, Matthew Boldy. That's their top line. They're going to make some noise here this afternoon, have a very good defensive core. So the Stampede are going to have to try and slow down this explosive offense here today and try to make things happen so that they can be successful and find a way to victory here this afternoon. It is the Splash City pregame show. We're just getting underway, and we come back. We'll catch up with the head coach of the Stampede, Scott Owens, talk about the victory on Thursday night and look ahead here to this afternoon's matchup against Team USA. You're listening to Sioux Falls Stampede Hockey on your home for the Herd. Kalamazoo Stock, 1320 AM, 105.1 FM. Welcome back here to the Lemieux Sports Complex. Jim Olander with you. Ray Crockett back inside Splash City Game Night Studios. Stampede, Team USA, we're getting ready to go. Herd wearing their white jerseys tonight with a blue and gold trim. USA in their blue jerseys with red and white trim. The Herd, first of 2 meetings this season against the U.S. development program, and they will play this year. They will get to play the U.S. 18s both times, but they won't meet again until February. So here we go. Ready to go. Stampede will be moving right to left across your radio dial, and we are underway here in Pittsburgh as the Stampede win the draw and send it in off behind the U.S. net. They work it around along the left wing side, just underway here. Team USA and the Stampede. Sioux Falls picked up the victory against Central Illinois 6-5 on Thursday night, and here comes the Herd sending it in. Romano into the left wing corner with it. Gets it to Andre Lee. He gets tossed hard, and there's a penalty early here against Team USA. 19:22 to go. And Sioux Falls will get the benefit of an early power play here, which is exactly what they were hoping for here against the U.S. squad to get an opportunity. Herd scored 4 power play goals in that season opening win against Central Illinois. And a boarding call here against Beecher. And the Herd go on the power play. Hockey Headquarters power play. Go see Bert Post and his staff today at the Hockey Headquarters. Check out their expanded selection, not just hockey equipment at the Hockey Headquarters. They've got everything, including some great NHL and college novelties at the Hockey Headquarters right next to the Shields Iceplex. Puck dumped all the way to the Stampede zone. Crozier back there for the Stampede with McGregor. Romano up front with Borchert. and Ivan Yuzenkov. There's Borchert, lost the handle on the puck. USA will control back in their own end. Play it high off the glass, takes a Stampede bounce, but bounces right back to the U.S. and it's played there by Malasic, and he sends it all the way down for the U.S. Minute 25 left on the power play. Played here. Romano sends it down. Played here along the left wing side. Crozier had it knocked down. It goes wide of the net. Played back here along the side to Ivan Yusenkov. Had that puck batted away. Look out, turned over, and here they come, shorthanded. A long Caulfield shot high and over the net. Caulfield, a shorthanded breakaway try, but he missed the goal. And the Stampede are able to pick it back up 58 seconds to go on the power play. Crozier back at his own end. Gets it to Cronilla. Sioux Falls controlling. Here comes Cronilla over the line. Left side to Kessel. Kessel towards the net. Shot goes wide of the goal. Cronilla gets it back here at the right point. Slides it over. It's tipped, and that comes out of the zone, and the Herd will have to regroup. 37 seconds left on the power play. Puck sent all the way into the Stampede zone now. Ryan Johnson back to play. Gets it to Kessel. Kessel will play it back over. And ahead come the Herd. Johnson to Cronilla. Wide to the right side, into the U.S. zone. Plays it off back behind the goal line. Looking to center. Has it back out to the right point. Gets it here to Johnson. Now plays it back along the right wing wall. Flips it back here. Johnson holding on to it. Plays it back to the right side of Cronilla. And now it comes to Kessel. Kessel had it stripped away, and that one is knocked down. Picked up by the U.S. Look out, here they come. Breaking across the line. Farrell sends it across. A shot here. A centering attempt goes off a couple of skates, and the Herd able to survive, but the penalty expires with no damage done. Puck comes here for the U.S. They've got some speed. Beecher out of the box, had a roll off his stick, comes back out to center. Herd trying to work it. Olsen here onto the ice for Sioux Falls, has it stripped down and played back out to center by the U.S. Beecher flips it back at his own end. Turn has it back behind his own goal, up the left side. It's off the mark, and the Herd get there for the icing call. They will hustle, and they do get the call. With 16:51 to go here in our first period, no score. Stampede and Team USA, and as we take a look here tonight at our keys to the game, the Stampede, for one, just trying to stay pace here with Team USA's explosive offense. Got to slow them down, limit the odd man rushes, watch the turnovers tonight. And we've seen it here already with a couple of great opportunities here for Team USA, even shorthanded. Here's Olsen for the Stampede, deep into the U.S. zone. Goes off the side of the net, hits the side of the goal there. Herd coming back over. Chambers trying to get to it. The puck rolls away. It comes to the right wing side, and here comes Brendan Olsen from Eau Claire, Wisconsin for Sioux Falls. Into the right wing side. Behind its Herd at center. It rolls back here. Kept in the zone momentarily. Now the U.S. are able to pick it back up, and they've got control. Up the middle of the ice comes the U.S. Warren. In over the line, drops it back here to Hellison, but it's batted down. Hellison gets it back, tries to go to the left wing wall with it. Sioux Falls coming there. Price has it, and he'll play it behind the goal. Intercepted here by Caulfield, and his shot hits the side of the goal there, Veltri. 4 minutes into the first period here, no score. Sioux Falls and Team USA. Shot goes into the corner. Here the Herd try to tie it up. U.S. coming back with it into the slot. Here's a shot high and over the net there by Warren. Back Warren gets it. His shot is blocked there by Price. Comes back to Warren along the edge of the left circle. He comes back into the high slot for the U.S. Here's Warren between the circle shot. Save made. Rebound is loose, and it's knocked down. As it'll be picked back up here by Ivan Yusenkov, but not out. Al Boldy goes into the left wing corner with it. Trying to turn it center. Has it tangled up. Warren, right point, shot kick saved by Veltri. Ivan Yusenkov picks it up, and they clear it out of the zone. Now a collision at center ice, and there's a penalty against the Stampede as Borchardt got tied up there with Marshall Warren, and Warren goes off slowly to the bench. And Sioux Falls going to be shorthanded here, so Coach Owens had talked about being careful here with penalties. And a head contact penalty, 2 minute, will put USA on the power play. So Sioux Falls will get a test here on the penalty kill to see how good this power play unit is for the U.S. program. With 15:16 to go in the first period. Off the draw here, Olston out to Hellison. Right side shot, tip picked up there by the Herd. Going to be scooped up and played by Stevens all the way down length of the ice. Good clear there for Sioux Falls. 1:48 left on the power play. We're scoreless 5 minutes into the game. Sioux Falls and the U.S. under-18 squad. Played ahead they come here, right side. Fensor had it knocked away, and the Stampede able to clear it out again. Good job by the first PK unit. Second unit will come on here. Played back here along the left wing wall. Bouncing puck here into the left wing corner. Farrell has it for the U.S. Tip there behind the net. Lindmark plays it around to Hellison. Now back behind the goal and into the left wing corner. Rolston coming over. He gets it back out to the left point. Right side to Hellison. Hellison working it back over. Had it knocked down there by the Herd, but they can't clear out. Chasing after it here is Reifenberger trying to knock it free. It goes off behind the goal. Out to the left wing corner. Stampede trying to get to it, and now it's picked back up. The Herd have it, and they will clear it out as Blake Bride just plays it across center and dumps it all the way in. 52 seconds left on the power play. Sioux Falls, Stevens intercepts deep in the corner. Left wing wall here just ties it up. Good job killing some time off the clock as he battles with it in the corner. Jack Hughes coming over. He'll play the puck now for the U.S. Hughes between the circles. Up the left wing side. Gets picked off there, and another penalty coming up against the Stampede. A hooking call as they tried to slow down Hughes and got the stick up high, and a penalty against the Stampede. It'll be a 5-on-3 advantage now for 33 seconds. 13:48 to go in the first period of the U.S. Now has a 5-on-3 advantage of the Herd. Obviously important here to try and win the faceoff and get this puck out of the zone. Try and kill some time to at least get one more man on. As the U.S. deadly here with an opportunity here. A two-man advantage and some time. York to Hughes. His shot is blocked. Comes back over to the left side. Caulfield has it. Gets it back to Goldie. Now back here. Caulfield down low. Tip there as they try to feed it to Hughes. 17 left on the 5-on-3. And a big pickup there by Crozier as he clears it all the way down for the Stampede. Just 10 seconds now left on the initial penalty to Borchert. Back ahead up the right side comes Hughes. In over the line for the U.S. Final seconds ticking off to Borchert's penalty. Borchert will be freed out of the box. So now it's a 5-on-4. Here's Caulfield. Shot scores. A power play goal. Veltri got left out to dry, and Caulfield was all alone, and the U.S. grabbed the first goal of the game. It's a power play tally with 13:13 to go here in the first period. So a 1-0 lead here for Team USA. Face off at center ice. Chambers in to take the draw. Ryan Chambers for the Herd from Massachusetts. Played in Cedar Rapids for 30 games last year at 12 points for the Rough Riders as the puck played along the far left wing wall. Into the U.S. zone it goes. Played along the far side. Kessel had it knocked down. Veltri picks it up back behind his own net. Now swung around the end wall up the left side, and Olsen comes away with it here to center. Olsen back out here, has it here up over the line. Cameron comes in with it for Sioux Falls, gets it Olsen, turns, shoots, it bounces in front. Blocked and picked up by the U.S., and U.S. has got a 3-on-2 the other way as they hurry up. Beecher up over the line, just flips it in, back behind the goal. Sioux Falls controls, Ryan Johnson with it, gets it back up ahead to Matt Cameron, and Cameron sends it in for the Herd as they'll do a change. 12:23 and counting to go here in the first period. 1-0 USA as a puck sent in. Off behind the goal. Europe trying to track it down. Europe has it stripped. Stampede trying to pick it up. Turnover, and a Farrell spun and shot, but a save made by the goaltender Veltri. We'll take a quick timeout. We're back in 30 seconds. 1-0 U.S. This is Stampede Hockey.
And Web 2.0. So that's the recap of the business buzzwords for 07. Now for 08, we have Stop Sucking at IT.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean, stop sucking at IT?
It's pretty self-explanatory. Just stop sucking at IT.
Use it in a sentence.
We could stop sucking at IT by partnering with Workplace Technology Center to manage our computer network.
How about in the form of a Jeopardy question?
By doing this, your company will be more secure and your staff more productive.
What is stop sucking at IT?
You got it.
Workplace Technology Center. Call today for the evolved approach to IT.
12:04 to go in the first period. 1-0 U.S. on top. They get a power play goal. Face out to the right of Veltri, the Stampede goaltender, won by the U.S. And they control. Rolston has it along the left wing wall. Top of the circle. Turns and shoots. That one goes wide of the net. Now tied up and flipped in off behind the goal. Played there by Farrell. Farrell trying to spin. Eyed up there along the wall. The Stampedes. Tabakin trying to knock it free. It's shot there and a save made by Veltri. And the Herd get just enough to clear it out of the zone. Turn. Plays it here ahead. Up the left side for the U.S. here to the hands of Farrell. Farrell spins inside the left dot. Plays it off back behind the net. Gets it to Rolston coming around the right wing side. Now swings here on the edge of the right circle. His pass back into the high slot. Ivan Uzenkov delivering a hit. The puck played into the corner. Rolston turns and shoots. Hits the side of the net. It centers in front and knocked down along the left wing wall. Eyed up along the left wing side. Rolston behind the net of Veltri. Spins and centers. The Stampede get a piece and they're able to clear onto the zone. Team USA through center. Picked up here by the Herd. Crozier. Played back here. Romano has it for the Herd. He'll play it back at his own end, and they will take their time. Crozier out to center. Pass just off the mark, but it was tipped off Romano's stick, so no icing, and it goes back behind the net. Now played out by the U.S. Quick transition here. Coming in is Cole Caulfield, the Wisconsin recruit. Had it knocked down. Crozier gets there for Sioux Falls, and the Stampede transition out to center. Off the stick of Sullivan and all the way towards the U.S. net. Into the right wing corner it goes. Played into the high slot. Here's Lee. Turn, shoots, and he just hit the goal post. Lee hit the post. Now picked up Romano. Plays it into the corner off behind the goal here. Lee coming in with a nice hit as it tangled up along the wall. Tries to play behind the goal. Romano coming in, delivers a big hit along the wall on the right wing side. Lee comes over. He has a piece of it, and now it's played by the U.S. and picked up by Boldy as he'll clear to center. Gets it to Jack Hughes. Here's Hughes on the left side. Plays it to the left wing wall. Stampede's Kessel trying to get to it. Out tied up there as it's tipped off behind the goal. Played back here. Right wing side. Boldy. Played along the wall by the Stampede. Flipped here along the right wing side. Stampede's Kessel trying to clear. Now it comes dangerously right in front of the net there. Lee got a piece of it, but not out of the zone. Kept in by the U.S. Vlasic sends it off behind the goal. Ride comes over for the Herd in the far right wing corner. Gets to Stevens, who plays it off the wall in the Stampede. Able to clear it out of the zone. 9:33 to go here. First period, 1-0. U.S. on top of the Stampede. Here's Pride coming back defensively, trying to shrug off Hughes. Hughes, nice little move around into the right wing corner. Now it's Caulfield playing it into the corner as the Stampede are able to chip. McGregor gets a piece and they get it out. Here comes the Herd the other way. Pride into the left circle, gets a shot. It goes off the crossbar. Oh, it nearly went in, hit the crossbar, and the Herd have now hit a goal post and a crossbar here in the first period. No luck for the Stampede. Here's Europe. Up the right side, clearing it out of the zone. U.S. plays to the right side to McCarthy. McCarthy here, shot and a save by Veltri. Rebound, Europe picks it up, plays to McGregor, chipped off the wall. The Stampede get it out, and again they've got some room to play with. Ahead to Cameron, up the left wing wall, takes it off back behind the net. Chambers trying to help as well for Sioux Falls. Olsen has it for the Stampede. He'll play back behind the net for Chambers, and Chambers has it, centers in front. It is loose, and it is covered, and there is the whistle. Is falling on it is Cameron Rowe, the goaltender for the U.S. with 8:38 to go in the first period. Timeout on the ice. We're back in 90 seconds. This is Stampede Hockey. Back here in Pittsburgh. 8:15 to go in the first period. Stampede trailing 1-0. The puck played out to center here by the U.S. Played by McCarthy over the line, an offside whistle. And a stoppage here. 8:07 to go. Face off. Yeah, right here in the neutral zone. Sioux Falls. Last game of the Fall Classic. Did not play last night. Had a off day. Play the U.S. obviously now, and then Stampede will head back to Sioux Falls after the game, and then play at Fargo next weekend. Friday and Saturday, a weekend set against their rivals just up I-29. Here's Borchardt, has it here for the Stampede. Borchardt up the right wing wall. Slides up the right side, had a poke checked away from him. Stampede get it back here. Back into the right wing corner, and it's flipped all the way down. U.S. will pick it up. Hellison off behind the net, trying to get to the puck. Ellison along the left wing wall. Off the boards here. Stopped by Reifenberger. Reifenberger centers. That's off the mark. Comes back here, and the U.S. will come away with it up the middle of the ice. Boldy gets it over the line. Spins and centers. Off the mark. Comes back here for the Stampede. And Kessel will chip it high off the glass and clear it out of the zone. Unofficially, 6-1 the shots in favor of Team USA. The Herd, though, have hit a goal post and a crossbar here in the first period. Here's a centering attempt in the Stampede zone. Hughes off behind the net. Spins and turns a shot. Save is made. It goes back into the left wing corner. Picked up here, Stampede Sullivan trying to go the other way with the puck, and now the Stampede have it as they'll play it ahead. Here's Prime off the left wing side for the Stampede. Price into the corner, has it knocked down, and that will be played again by the U.S. as Cam York will play up the left wing wall. Cross ice pass. Benzenmore plays it all the way in behind the Stampede goal with 6:40 and counting to go in the first period. Angled back behind the net. Romano trying to clear. Lee gets a stick on it, but the Herd can't get it out. Kept in by York. Left point. Gets it to Fensmore. Fensmore high slot. Now back to York. Comes inside the left dot shot. That deflects up, and a nice block by Sullivan out of play. 6:25 to go in the first. 1-0 U.S. We're back in 30. This is Stampede Hockey.
Everyone is switching to high-efficiency appliances because they save money, and the Culligan High-Efficiency Water Softener does the same. But did you know that you can rent rather than buy? Think about it. No equipment to pay for up front, money-saving purchase options if you change your mind, and service calls are included in the rental rates. In fact, you'll never have to pay for another water softener. So now you get all the benefits of soft water for less when you rent from Culligan. Imagine a spot-free home, softer skin, and brighter laundry, all for $1 a day. Even better, a Culligan High-Efficiency Water Softener saves up to 46% on water, salt, and energy. Plus, helps all your appliances last longer. Let your local Culligan man take care of your water when you rent the world's most efficient water softener. Culligan. Better water, pure and simple.
Call your local Culligan man today at 336-2165 to schedule a free in-home consultation or visit SiouxFallsCulligan.com. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
And just as we come back, Blake Bryant has tied the game for the Stampede. A shot from the left point is tipped in by Bryant, and the Stampede get a huge goal here with 6:09 to go in the first period. They have tied the game. It is 1-1. As Bryant, the Broomfield, Colorado native, had 47 points last year with Odessa in the North American League, already committed to Air Force. Gets a big deflection goal there, and Sioux Falls is even the score here with Team USA. Here's McGregor for the Stampede. Off the right wing wall with it, chipping it ahead. On the right wing side, flips it in back behind the goal here to the right wing wall. It's a 1-1 contest now between the Herd and the U.S. is played back out to center. Rolling puck here. Stopped there by the Stampede's Johnson. Plays it in front of the Herd bench. Stampede doing a change and played back on the right side. Lindmark. Rolling puck out of the net there, Veltri. And Veltri makes the save. Anthony Fulmer on the assist there with McGregor as well. And Sioux Falls drawing even, and 5:33 away here from escaping the first period. They'd be plenty happy getting tied here, and not a bad first period for the Stampede at all here. Going up against one of the best teams in USHL. Played here on the right side. Turn. Centers. Now it's played back along the left wing wall. Warren flips it in back behind the net. Caulfield swung to the far side, and the puck bounces. Stampede get it ahead. Out to center. It's cleared by Cameron, but right back into the hands of Boldy of the U.S., and they come back around with it here. Talented skating Warren brings it over the line. He's stopped there by Johnson. Johnson backpedals, chips here to Olsen, and the Stampede's Olsen trying to make a nice move. Gets it ahead, and they'll play it out. Chambers up the left wing boards, had it knocked down. Loose puck here, and out comes Boldy over the line to the Stampede zone. A backhand shot stopped there by Veltri, and Ivan Yusenkov trying to flip, just bounces it, and he'll get enough bounce to come out of the zone. Turn plays it here along the far side. Herd get it back. Ivan Usenkov up the right wing wall to Borchard. In back behind the U.S. net. He centers in front. Ivan Usenkov, and a save is made. Rebound goes off back behind the net. It's a side of the goal. And a big save by Cameron Rowe there of the U.S. U.S. back the other way with it. Right side. Beecher sends it all the way into the right wing corner. 4:20 and counting to go in the first period. 1-1 hockey game. Ellison towards the net. Tip. The shot goes wide of Veltri. Now play back along the far side. Into the corner. Stampede trying to dig it out here. Goes back along the right wing wall. The Herd have it tied up, but now the puck is tangled here as it's played off back behind the goal. Centering, rolling puck shot, and the save is made and holds on. Veltri lost his stick even there, was able to get down with his pad so and cover the puck and gain the whistle. With 3:59 to go here in the first period. 1-1 score. The Herd. Face-off draw here. Played here along the left side for Lee. Up and sent in. Sullivan into the offensive zone. Plays it back here along the far wall. Lee trying to track it down. Has it intercepted. Now comes to the right side. Shot blocked. Lee back into the left wing corner. Glides with his man along the wall. Chipping at it there is Caulfield of the U.S. It deflects high and goes off the glass. Stays in the rink though. And they play on as it's Lee coming away with it. He tries to backhand, rolled away off his stick, and now it's cleared back out, and here comes the U.S. Beecher by himself on the line, shot wide of the goal. Off the glass, big bounce, comes all the way back to center. York there for the U.S. as they'll work it off back behind their own net. Now played back up the right wing wall, and they flip it here. Lindmark gets it out of the zone, and now it's picked back up by Johnson. He'll play to the right side. Stampede flip ahead here to Bride, and he'll play it up the right wing wall. Trying to track it down to Stevens. Stevens inside the right circle. Centers on the doorstep, but it's just off the mark of McGregor. McGregor tying up. Bride comes over with a hit. McGregor gets it back in the left circle. His pass so batted away, and it's played out of the zone by the U.S. as it's picked up there by Lindmark over the line. Johnson retrieving back for the Herd. Kessel there as well. Now picked up by McGregor. A centering attempt though to the high slot for the U.S. It's blocked there by Bride. He picks it up and is able to play it here off the wall and clear it out of the zone. Tremendous defensive play there. McCarthy up the right wing wall. Has it here off the boards and sends it in. Stampede Stabikin back to play it. Chambers up the left wing wall. Here comes Chambers off the boards and in. Plays back here. Cameron playing it along the right side. Played back here up the left wing wall. And the Stampede. Chambers sends it back in. Giving good pressure here are the Stampede now. Tied up. Brian Chambers in the left wing corner. He gets tackled to the ice there. Now plays it along the wall. Chambers still with it. Tied up. Coming over is Olsen to try and help. And it's played by the U.S. off the wall and out. Caulfield up the right wing side. Has it here along the right wing boards. Caulfield tries a little pass. That one knocked down. Sioux Falls Olsen picks it up, and the Herd are able to get it back out to the zone. 1:42 to go here. Period number one. Score is 1-1. Here is Jack Hughes into the offensive zone. Hughes cuts into the slot. Look out. Here's a shot. A save is made by Veltri. The puck is loose. Veltri's out of the net. A centering attempt knocked away. Veltri gets back in. And the Stampede, though, cannot clear. Played back along the right side. Cole Caulfield gets it to Hellison. Back along the left point. Down to minute 20 here in the period. Left circle. Here's a wrist shot. No stick there for Veltri. Now he gets a chance to retrieve and go get it. A Stampede are going to get a penalty. Ivan Usenkov crushes Hughes into the boards. And that involves a little extracurricular here with everybody. As Hughes now going after one of the Stampede players. And everybody getting involved here with 1:13 to go in the first period. As everybody, Borchardt was in there as well with Hughes. Cronella got involved. And everybody exchanging some pleasantries here with 1:13 to go in the first, and we'll see what comes of the calls here. A boarding call or check from behind here, I'm sure, originally on the Stampede. And Coach Owens chatting with the referee here, looking, see what the call's going to be. They're all going to huddle around here and make a decision with 1:13 to go in the first period. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll get you an update when we return. It's 1-1. This is Stampede Hockey.
No one plans to have an accident, but when non-emergency types of injuries like sprains, strains, fractures, and falls happen unexpectedly, remember, Orthopedic Institute Walk-In Clinic, OI Now. OI Now is available Monday through Friday from 3 till 7 in the evening and every Saturday from 11 until 4. OI Now is on the 3rd floor of Orthopedic Institute on 23rd Street in Sioux Falls. Orthopedic Institute, the one to trust.
Back here at the Lemieux Sports Complex at Pittsburgh, Jim Olander with you. It's a 1-1 game, 1:13 to go. We're awaiting the official calls here on the penalties. Shots unofficially 9-3 in favor of Team USA now. The referee skating over to Scott Owens and delivering the message here of what the call's going to be. I believe it was Ivan Uzenkov who originally came in there with the hit on Hughes. And that is up there, the 2-minute penalty. And then Granilla got involved after that. And there is the boarding call and a roughing against the Stampede as well. So it'll be a 2-minute power play, though, for Team USA after all is said and done. Some coincidentals there. Granilla gets the roughing along with Hughes after the whistle. So with 1:13 to go in the first period, it's a 1-1 game. It's a 2-minute power play, though, for Team USA, and the Stampede will try and get out of here. Kill this off and try to go into the locker room tied at 1. Will be the 3rd power play of the period, though, and Coach Owens had stressed pregame how important it was to try and stay out of the box, and the Herd not really done a good job of that. Here's a quick shot and a big save by Veltri. He can't hold the rebound, though, but it's picked up by the Herd and cleared out of the zone. Now it's played by the U.S. here. They've got some numbers. Caulfield coming across the line. This is Cole Caulfield. He'll play into the left wing corner. Under a minute to go in the first period. Kessel has him tied up. Played back along the right wing side. Eifenberger trying to get to the puck. Now played back here on the right side. York in the high slot shot, and the save is made with 44.7 seconds to go in the first period. 1:32 left on the power play. Face-off draw. Left to the goaltender, Veltri. Played with the Pittsburgh Penguins elite in 2016-17. Played with the Penguins elite for several seasons, but his last season here was in 16-17, a 1.77 goals against and a 93% save percentage Veltri had. A lot of his family here cheering him and the Stampede on right now. 1:17 left on the power play with just 30 seconds to go in the period as the U.S. brings it into the Stampede end. Off behind the net. Cole Caulfield tied up there with the Stampede. It's played by Crozier. He'll play it off the wall, and the Stampede have some time here. Sam Stevens, and he'll send it all the way down. Rowe out to play it here for the U.S. Knocks it down. 10 seconds to go here in the period. Stampede tying it up. Borchardt has it. He'll get a piece. It'll send it all the way down, and that's going to do the first period of play here as the horn will sound. And 20 minutes in the books, and the Stampede a 1-1 tie with Team USA. The U.S. will have 47 seconds left of power play time of which to work with when we begin period number 2. But right now it is a 1-1 hockey game between the Stampede and Team USA, and all in all, not a bad period for the Herd. Shots unofficially 12-4 in favor of the U.S. The Stampede, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, had a couple of chances as well. They hit a goalpost and a crossbar in that period, so easily could have had a couple more shots or a couple more goals. And they'll take a 1-1 draw here into the second period and into our first intermission. 47 seconds again will be on the power play when we begin period number 2. Here's what we've got for you coming up on our intermission report in just a moment. After a short timeout, we will chat with assistant coach Brett Skinner, get his take on the first 20 minutes of play and what the Stampede need to do here in periods 2 and 3 to try and pick up a point or two against Team USA. And then we will have a USHL scoreboard update, get you the latest scores from around the United States Hockey League, Major League Baseball, Anything we need to do to keep you updated, we'll have you covered. Plus our Sioux Nation Pet Clinic first period scoring recap, and we'll get you ready to drop the puck for period number 2 between the Stampede and Team USA. At the end of one here in Pittsburgh, it's the Stampede 1 and Team USA 1. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with an interview when we return as you are listening to Sioux Falls Stampede Hockey on your home for the herd, Cal News Talk 1320, 105.1 FM. Here in Pittsburgh, first intermission report, it's the Stampede 1 and Team USA 1 at the Lemieux Sports Complex, USHL Fall Classic. We are hopefully awaiting the arrival here of Brett Skinner, assistant coach for the Sioux Falls Stampede, but I know a lot going on. A lot of scouts here. I'm just looking here. This is the practice home of the Pittsburgh Penguins. So there isn't a ton of seating, but I'd guess, 400, 500 people probably in the seats. But behind me, a long rail from one end of the rink to the next, just full of NHL scouts here, collegiate scouts as well. But everybody here to watch this game and check out the talents of Team USA and also some of the Stampede players. And, a golden opportunity, whether they're here to see a play or not. These are your opportunities where you can catch the eye of a scout. Maybe you weren't necessarily on their radar. Your play here today can kind of help with that, and I think that may be some motivation the Stampede used in that first period. Again, outshot 12-4, but Stampede were blocking shots, slowing down Team USA, playing very well. Again, you remember the Stampede, a pretty young team this year, only 5 returning players. You're going up against a U.S. squad that basically has everyone back from last year. That's the advantage they have. The U17 team, they stay together, move to U18, so they've had a whole season together. And you're placing a Stampede team here where the majority of these guys have only been together about a month. Still kind of figuring out the lines, figuring out who works well with who, and yet the Stampede come out and play a pretty good first period. Cole Caulfield got the first goal of the game on the power play for Team USA. That was at 6:47, but then Blake Bride comes back for the Stampede, deflects a shot in, and puts it into the back of the net. And he's a guy the Stampede have high hopes for this year. He had 47 points last year in the North American Hockey League, and hoping that he can continue to contribute. And he's done that here in the first period today as he scored to make that a 1-1 game, and those are the only goals here of period number 1 so far. So the Stampede, a 1-1 score with Team USA shots 12-4 in favor of Team USA, and they will again have 47 seconds left of power play time. They are 1 for 2 on the power play here so far this evening. Check at our out-of-town scoreboard here tonight. Other scores. One other game, it was earlier this morning, I should say. Green Bay and Dubuque battling it. And the Gamblers picked up a 3-2 victory over the Dubuque Fighting Saints. Games later today coming up after this one at 4 o'clock. It's Waterloo against Omaha. Omaha making their first game. This will be their first game of the Fall Classic. Waterloo lost in overtime yesterday to Central Illinois. And then the nightcapper, 7 o'clock Central Time, it'll be Muskegon at Sioux City. Both teams 1-0 here, both winning games, their first game of the Fall Classic. So another big tilt here tonight. You can catch all the games on Hockey TV. So if you want to watch some of the games after today, those available on Hockey TV for the Stampede. They'll be heading back to Sioux Falls. After the game, long bus trip, about 18 hours. Bus trip back to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And then get ready for next week. Next weekend, we're in Fargo, Friday and Saturday night. And, of course, the Stampede's home opener set for Saturday, October 13th at 7:05 against the Fargo Force. So a lot of fun things coming up for that. We'll get more details as our broadcast goes along here and let you know what you need to know about opening night. But mark your calendars now for Saturday, October 13th. Doesn't look like we're going to get the assistant coach here today, probably in a meeting, so that's all right. But we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll set the stage here for period number 2. We'll also check some other scores. NHL preseason, Major League Baseball. We'll check that scoreboard quick and then get you ready for the drop of the puck here for period number 2 between the Stampede and Team USA. At the end of one period here, it's the Stampede 1, USA 1. You're listening to Sioux Falls Stampede Hockey on your home for the herd. That's Kello Newstock, 1320 and 105.1 FM. Back here in Pittsburgh, more of our first intermission report. It's a 1-1 game between the Stampede and Team USA. Take a look here at some scores from other games going on. Of course, it's a college football Saturday, so we'll get you up to date on some of the scores from around college football before we start the second period of play. Let's see here. Number 1, Alabama playing Louisiana, and that's not turning out to be much of a challenge. 56-7. Alabama leading. Syracuse against number 3, Clemson. A possible upset alert here. Syracuse leads number 3, Clemson, 23-13. 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter there. West Virginia, Texas Tech. Top 25 matchup. Number 12, West Virginia, 35. Number 25, Texas Tech, 16. It was 28-7 at the end of one quarter in that game. Meanwhile, Michigan State is playing Central Michigan. They lead 31-13 in the fourth quarter. Later today, it'll be Tennessee at number 2, Georgia. Baylor is at number 6, Oklahoma. Number 13, UCF takes on Pittsburgh. Kansas State will host Texas. Southern Mississippi is at number 10, Auburn. Number 14, Michigan is at Northwestern. Florida, the Gators, at number 23, Mississippi State at 5 o'clock Central. Virginia Tech is at Duke. Later tonight, big matchup, Ohio State, number 4 in the country against number 9, Penn State. That's being played at Penn State. And that's a 6:30 kickoff. Number 7, Stanford against number 8, Notre Dame. Both teams 4-0. That'll be 6:30 tonight. South Carolina is at number 17 at Kentucky. And later tonight will be Oregon against California. Take a timeout here. We come back. We'll drop the puck for period number 2 between the Stampede and Team USA. You are listening to Sioux Falls Stampede Hockey on your home for the herd. Kello Newstock, 1320, 105.1 FM. Back here in Pittsburgh, Stampede and Team USA. We get ready here for the start of the second period. Sioux Falls coming back onto the ice. The herd will have 47 seconds. 47 seconds of penalty kill time as both teams come back onto the ice here. We'll get you ready here, the herd. Herd will get set defensively here and had a great start to the penalty kill. This USA team's so explosive. You have to be careful. They can do things with the puck very quickly, make plays happen. So if you're the Stampede, you just have to be very conscious of your surroundings. And we'll see how this second period of play goes here for the herd. And here we go. Herd will move left to right. Presser radio at PC. And here we go. Stevens in to take the draw for the herd. Face-off won by USA, and York will pick it up. Up the middle of the ice, left side to Boldy. Boldy left wing wall. Pass batted down. That pass intercepted here by the Stampede, and here comes Stevens shorthanded. Sam Stevens up the right wing wall, just takes it smartly behind the net, looks to tie it up. Down to 28 seconds left on the penalty here. As the herd await, Boldy Out to center. Puck knocked down. Will come back out. Here, Johnson turns it over, but it'll come back into the corner. The Herd will get it. 13 seconds to go on the penalty to Cronulla. Stampede trying to knock it free. It goes back behind the goal. Kessel plays it off the glass here, and there is a whistle as it goes up and out of play. Just 3 seconds left on the penalty. And we'll have a face-off draw here in the Stampede zone, as the Stampede will have Reifenberger, Tabakin, Borchardt, and Crozier out there. Reifenberger coming in to take the draw. Won by the U.S. Get it back into the high slot. Penalty expires. Shots tipped and blocked. Rebound shot in front is blocked. Picked up by Crozier off the wall, and the Herd get it out. Cronulla up the middle of the ice, right side to Borchardt. Borchardt back in front, looking for Cronulla. Puck goes off back behind the goal. Herd reaching for it. Reifenberger banks it off the boards along the far side, and now it's swung back around. Reifenberger trying to get to the puck and played back out here to center. Now it's picked up by Cronulla. Cronulla, right circle, spins, gets it back, shot, save, rebound, Tabakin, backhand, it's loose, and it's knocked away to the right wing wall. Borchardt has it knocked away, and the U.S. will come out with it. Here's Caulfield. Up over the line, sending it all the way into the right wing corner. And that one knocked down. Will come back along the far wall. Stampede trying to chip it free up the left wing side, and now it's picked back up by the Herd. Cronulla flips it ahead and sends it all the way in. Crow back behind the net. Rowe will just wait and stop back behind the net with it. U.S. 2 minutes into the second period here, unable to convert on that power play. 1 for 3 now on the advantage, but here they come right back off a turnover. A 2-on-1 break. Farrell comes in, shot, and that one just goes wide. It's it back to Valasek. His shot loose in front. A save made by Veltri, and he'll fall on the rebound and gain the whistle. That's Hughes and Ivan Yuzenkov for freed and come on to the bench. 17:51 to go. Second period. Brought to you tonight by our friends from Culligan. Our Culligan second period. Face off here. Won by the Herd. Johnson has it. Works it off back behind the net. No work here out to center. Caulfield has the puck tied up. Now a collision there as two players collide. It comes back out. Valasek has it for the U.S. That played into the far corner. Right wing side. Hughes gets it back. Jack Hughes into the high slot. Works it back here to the right circle. Tries to shrug off a defender. Hughes still with it. Back to McCarthy in the high slot. Now left side. Gets it here to Valasek. Valasek just sends it off the end wall, and it goes all the way down. Stampede. There's chase after it. It's sent here all the way down. Back into the high slot. That one knocked down. Picked up here up the right wing side. Bride trying to track it down with Stevens. Puck batted away, and now Stevens can't get to it as the U.S. will clear to center. Crozier with the puck up the right side. Bride sending it all the way down. Off back behind the net. Bride trying to get to it. Stevens trying to knock the puck down. It's sent all the way down. It'll go back behind the net. Veltri plays it to Bride on the left wing wall, and the Stampede will get it out. Cross to center. Bride has the puck back. Sends it all the way in. Off behind the goal it goes and into the right wing corner. Now played here out through the neutral zone. Ahead they come with Turn. He'll slide it back to Caulfield. That one batted away. Stampede have it. Out to center and off the stick here and sent all the way in by Borchardt. 16:05 to go in the second period. U.S. right back with it. Moynihan brings it in over the line to Caulfield. Shot up high and a save made by Veltri with 15:59 to go in the second period. Second period being brought to you tonight by Culligan of Sioux Falls. Don't wonder what's in your water. Your Culligan man can tell you. Testing of your water by a licensed local water expert is the key to determining if you have a water problem, how to solve your problem, and what equipment and service you need to protect your family and home. Visit SiouxFallsCulligan.com to learn more. Here's Farrell sending it in. Off behind the net. Abakin trying to knock it down. He falls. Has it here up the left wing wall. Knocked down into the right wing corner. Played there by Rolston. Rolls off his stick, comes back. York high slot, shot up high, and Veltri the save. With 15:37 to go in the second period. Face-off forthcoming. Deep in the Stampede zone again. They'll send out Lee. Stampede sending out the line of Romano, Sullivan, and Lee. Penalty coming up here off the draw. It's sent all the way in. Delayed call. It's against Team USA. And the U.S. touch. With 15:26 to go here in the second period. We have a tripping call, and the Stampede are going to go back on the hockey headquarters power play. Just the second time tonight they're 0 for 1. And the Herd will be Veronici into the box here for Team USA. And the Herd on the hockey headquarters power play, but turned over, and here comes a breakaway for the U.S. Caulfield moves in, shot high and over the net. The U.S. is shown here on the PK. They're not going to be holding anything back. Trying for some shorthanded opportunities, and the Stampede nearly got caught dead in their tracks there. A minute 40 left of the power play. They'll just regroup here behind their own net. Romano up ahead. He's got Borchardt and Ivan Uzenkov with him. Romano gets shoved into the rail here on the right side. McGregor trying to pinch the wall and keep it in, but can't. Crozier falls down, but gets the puck to center, and now Hensmore brings it across for the U.S. Centering attempt knocked out. Herd have some numbers now if they can go quickly. Borchardt up the middle of the ice, over the line to Ivan Uzenkov. Back left side, shot right of the net. Romano trying to feed it back over to Ivan Uzenkov. Now back to McGregor at the right point. Slides it aside the left circle. Here's Ivan Uzenkov. Shot, scores! Artem Ivan Uzenkov, a power play goal. And the Herd have the lead. It's 2-1 with 14:29 to go here in the second period. A power play goal. Ivan Uzenkov's second here of the weekend. And the Herd have the U.S. trailing 2-1. The Stampede take their first lead of the night. A big power play tally. Great passing display. And the Blast beats the left pad of Cameron Rowe. And the Herd a 2-1 advantage here. Here come the Stampede back. Reifenberger over the line. Gets it to Sullivan, and puck goes back behind him, and it comes back out to center. Now it's played here off the wall. Batted down by Caulfield. Played here through the neutral zone. Stampedes. Lee intercepts, gets it over the line. Lee feeding it back over to Reifenberger, but he fumbles it. And it goes to the left wing corner, and it's played back along the wall here and out of the zone for the U.S. Stampede trying to come back for it. Herd battle for it off the wall, and it's cleared back out to center. Ellison has it for the U.S. Lays back out to center. Lee has it. He'll get it. Lee brings it back over the line. Wrist shot here goes wide of the net. Played back here in the right wing boards. They get it ahead. U.S. Ellison here over the line. Plays it back. Boldy has it. Knocked down. Played back, Boldy, left wing wall, into the high slot, shot by Turn, blocked, and the Stampede able to get it out of the zone. Back through center, Hughes has it here. Jack Hughes gets shoved into the boards. Puck picked up by the Stampede, and it'll go off behind the net. Right side to Cameron. Out through center. Cameron gets tied up with his own man. Would have been offside. They have to wait. Now Cameron gets it back. Brings it over the line. Chambers to his right. Comes back going to the slot here to Olsen. Olsen back to Chambers. Shot and a kick save is made by Rowe. And the puck scooped back up by the U.S. 12:53 to go here. Second period. 2-1. Sioux Falls on top of Team USA. Puck played here along the right wing wall. Off to center. Warren. Back along the right wing side to Turn. Cross ice pass. Gets it here to Lindmark. Lindmark waiting. Slides it over. That pass intercepted, and now it's played back. Olsen has his pass batted away. Farrell has it along the left wing wall. Nice collision there. Stampede work it back out. Bryant gets it ahead. In ahead, the Stampede come into the hands of McGregor, but he's bumped off the puck and it goes wide of the goal. Now Crozier in the right circle. Ties it up. Nice little back check here along the right wing wall. Kept in momentarily by Stevens, and now it'll come out. Stampede get back defensively. Farrell comes across and he's offside. With 12:08 to go in the second, we'll take a quick 30-second timeout. 2 on Good Guys. This is Stampede Hockey. Back here in Pittsburgh, 2-1 Sioux Falls. Herd trying to bring the puck out of their own end. Caleb Price up the right wing wall, looking for Chambers. Right side, McCarthy trying to get back to it. Comes back off the wall, and it's tipped. It'll go all the way down here, and that will be icing against Team USA with 11:42 to go here in the second period. A face-off here deep in the Stampede zone to the right of the goaltender, Cameron Rowe. Off the draw here, Stampede trying to turn it center. It'll come back out. Kessel towards the net. That one deflects up out of play. It went off the U.S. stick. That'll bring the face-off inside the zone. 11:36 to go here in the second period. Have a face-off here. Credilla out there for the Herd with Borchardt and Ivan Yusenkov. Kessel back defensively with Johnson as a puck played off the wall. Here's Kessel trying to play on the right side. Gets it to Borchardt. Borchardt up over the line, and they are offside. 11:28 to go. Here's how the lines look here tonight. We'll tell you when we come back. There's a timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. We're back in 90 seconds. 2-1 Sioux Falls. This is Stampede Hockey. 11:12 to go, second period. Jim Olander here with you. We're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Stampede at the USHL Fall Classic. They lead Team USA 2-1. Team USA with 6 to 7 potential, not only NHL draft picks, first round NHL draft picks. And so far, halfway through this game, the Stampede have held their own. Stevens in to take the draw for the Herd. Wins it, has it tied up though, and the U.S. able to bring it here into the zone. Left wing side, York has it at the left point. Bouncing puck, swings it to the right side to McCarthy. He flips back behind the net to Cole Caulfield, and Caulfield has it to the right side. He's tied up with Tabakin. Tabakin takes care of him. Stevens comes over. The Stampede work it around, and it's flipped to center and out of the zone. Ahead they come. Stevens up over the line, plays it into the left wing wall. Plays it behind the goal to McGregor. He tried to center, but it rolled away. Now to come out to the left point, picked up by Fulmer. His shot blocked, back to McGregor, back to Fulmer, towards the net, and a glove save. It was bouncing. Stevens provided a nice screen, but the save was made. Here's how those lines look here. Forgot to do it in the first period. I apologize. Granilla centering the top line with Borchardt on the right, Ivan Yusenkov on the left. Romano centering the second line with Ryan Sullivan on the right, Lee on the left. Stevens will center the third line with Bryant on the right, McGregor on the left. The fourth line tonight, Brian Chambers making his USHL debut with Matt Cameron on the right and Brendan Olson on the left, and then Reifenberger, the extra skater tonight. Johnson and Kessel defensively, Tabak and Crozier together, and then Fulmer and Europe. Caleb Price, an extra defenseman here, as you can can skate with one extra when you play Team USA, as it sets all the way in. Off behind the net, Rowe coming out to play it, chips it off the boards, bouncing puck comes out to center, and it's tipped here. The Stampede get it back, Sullivan off the wall. Played here along the left wing wall. Out to center, Beecher plays it here, Fernucci sends it into the corner to Beecher, back behind the net of the goaltender Veltri. Now it comes back out to the right point, rolls off the stick, it comes out of the zone. Played here, Vlasic backpedals at his own end. Stampede reset. Cameron giving some chase. Vlasic has the puck here, and it's played to center off the skate of Kessel. It comes right back to Team USA. Here's Fenson towards the net. There's a rolling puck, and a save is made. As Fensori got a little backhand shot, was able to get it onto the net, and the save was made with 9.5 to go here in the second period. Face-off draw. Left of the goaltender. Veltri looks on. It's won by the U.S. A turnaround shot high and over the net. Now tied up here along the wall. Stampede trying to knock it free. It's Borchardt playing it off the wall, and Turn will come back to play it. Turns, swings it around to the right side. Out to center. Boldy has it knocked down. Cronilla has the puck, flips it ahead, and sends it all the way in. Orchard gives it. He'll send it off back behind the net. Centering attempt, and it's just off the mark. It'll come all the way down. Back behind the net. Kessel flips it around. Cronilla has it here on the right side. Goes cross ice. Passes off the mark. Goes all the way down. Icing against the Stampede with 8:51 to go in the second period. And a face-off draw here. As Stampede tried to make a change as that icing was called, and they are sent back. A face-off draw here to the right of the goaltender. Veltri, one here by the Herd. Orchard has it here for the Stampede. Orchard ahead, drops it back into the right side for Cronilla. Back along the edge of the right circle, that one batted away and picked up here. Farrell has it for the U.S. into the Stampede cell. Drops it to the right side. Here's a shot that's deflected high and over the net. Puck loose here along the wall. Bryant provides a hit. Trying to knock it free is Cronilla, but it goes off back behind the net. Now swung around to the left side. A quick shot there, and a save is made by Veltri. Off behind the goal. Sioux Falls back with it here. Playing Crozier out to center, and now it's flipped by Cronilla high into the air. Bryant will just give chase. Rest of the line does a change here with just over 8 minutes to go in the second period, and Sioux Falls leading 2-1. And here come the Herd back. Here's Reifenberger, moves in, shot, save is made, and it is covered and held on to by Rowe with 8:02 to go in the second period. Sioux Falls 2, Team USA 1. Good pressure there by the Herd, but unable to connect. Shot 16-8 unofficially. Favor of Team USA. Romano in to take the draw here. Won by the U.S. off the wall. Picked up, and it's sent here along the far boards. Velasic goes off behind the goal. Played out to center and sent off the wall all the way in. Tabakin giving chase after it. They're trying to spread the other way with it here along the left wing wall. Tangled up, the Herd will get it, and the Stampede will feed it out of here. Ahead is Sullivan. That puck batted down. Comes back here. Franucci brings it in over the line, right side. Shot up high. Veltri the save, and he holds on. Able to gather the rebound and make the stop. With 7:25 to go in the second, we'll take a quick timeout. We're back in 30, 2-1 good guys. This is Stampede Hockey. 7:20 to go. Second period. We're over halfway through, this hockey game. Sioux Falls with a 2-1 advantage on Team USA. Here it's sent up the right wing wall. York plays it back out into the hands of Velasic. Velasic spins, just plays it off the left wing glass and laid back out to center. Herd play it ahead up the right wing wall. Here's Olsen cutting back behind the U.S. net. Puts on the brakes, looks for Chambers, who's coming in for Sioux Falls, and they'll tie it up back behind the goal. U.S. on top of him here, trying to knock the puck free. Still battling for it. Matt Cameron comes over. He picks it up for Sioux Falls, but rolls away, and the U.S. is able to get their hands on it and clear it out of the zone. Love down at center here by Ryan Johnson. Johnson gets hit, bumped off the puck. It'll come back here into the Stampede zone. Played by Hughes along the left wing wall. Jack Hughes centers. It's knocked down, and it's picked back up here behind the net. Stampede's Price will play it along the far wall, and now it's played here by the Herd out of the zone. Orchard sends it all the way in. Orchard, he gets tangled up, takes this man down into the boards, and a delayed penalty coming up on the Herd, but here comes the U.S. in the meantime. Caulfield over the line, drops it down. It's intercepted, and there's a whistle. Power play for Team USA. When we come back, we're back in 30. This is Stampede Hockey. Cade Borchardt in the box for tripping, an offensive zone penalty, and that results in a fourth power play here for Team USA. Here's Hughes. Up over the line. Wide to the right side. Trying to go around Stevens. Drops it back into the high slot. Looking with York. York slides it in the left wing corner. Played by Caulfield. Caulfield centers back up top. York swings it around to the right wing side. Hughes shot. Save made. Rebound. Knocked down back off the wall. And the puck bouncing. The Stampede get it out. Here's Stevens. Short-handed by himself. Steven just gets a shot towards the goal. It just goes wide of the net. Now played here along the far boards. Up the right wing wall they come. Here's Cole Caulfield, the Wisconsin recruit. Shot save made, and it's nicely covered there as Veltri got down, got the left pad on it. It bounced in front of him. He pounced on the puck and was able to cover to gain the whistle. .114 left on the power play. 5:12 to go in the second period. Face-off one here by the Stampede. Swung around and off the end wall all the way down. Loose puck here. O'Brien nearly getting to it as Rowe had a little trouble with it, the goaltender for the U.S., but now they've gained back control and they'll bring it ahead. Hughes played on the left side. Shot, and that one is off back behind the goal there. Hit the side of the net. They're still playing now. Bounces in front. A shot there is knocked down, and the puck scoots back to the left point. York with it. Just barely keeps it in. Swings it around to the right side to Hughes. Back into the high slot. It hits the crossbar. Rebound. The Herd pick it up. They've got time, and they'll get it out. Ahead is Reifenberger with Bride 2-on-2. Short-handed. Reifenberger just ties it up. It's crunched into the boards here, but still has control, and now breaks free to the U.S. 25 left on the power play for the U.S. Fanned on here. Sullivan comes over for the Stampede. As a little trouble with the puck there was Boldy as he lost control, gets it back. 15 left on the U.S. power play. Puck here nearly turned over. Sullivan does get it. Short-handed, backhands it into the right wing corner. Stevens with the puck here, cuts back into the high slot, looking to pass, backhands in front. Here's a backhand shot, save Sullivan, rebound. He missed a goal there, just went wide as the penalty expires. The Herd able to kill it off. U.S. now 1 for 4 on the power play. Under 4 minutes to go in the second period. Johnson off behind his own net. Coming ahead with the puck up the middle of the ice, right side to Stevens. Brings it in, sends it in off behind the net there with Johnson. Has it tied up. Goes off behind the goal. Orchard trying to get to it, and it's played back along the left wing side, and ahead they come with it. Up the right wing boards here. Rolston shot. That one deflects away. Backhanded off behind the net. Swung around to the right side. Played by Borchardt, and he gets it ahead. Up the right wing wall. Flips it here. Orchard getting it towards the net, but it deflected off a U.S. player, and now it's cleared the other way. Here comes Ryan Wolston of the U.S. Wolston, left circle, drops it, shot up high, and a nice save made there by Veltri as he got his left arm out, able to knock it down and gain the stop with 3:06 to go in the second period. 2-1 the score. Favor of Sioux Falls. Final game of the Fall Classic here for the Stampede. Team USA will play Omaha tomorrow in the final day of the Classic overall. Stampede, meanwhile, get ready for the Fargo Force. There's Crozier. Off the wall, knocks it down. Has the puck tangled up here. Played back along the left wing wall. Crozier has the puck batted away. Stampede trying to knock it free, and they get it. Romano up the right side, just dumps it in. No ice here. The puck played by Roll behind his own net for the U.S., and they play up the right side, transitioning out smoothly. Ahead they come with it. Sent in, a rolling puck, and a save is made by Veltri. 2:34 to go. Second period. Face out to the left of the goaltender. Veltri looks on. Won by the Herd Tabakin behind the net. Right side to Bryant, and he gets it out. Head to Reifenberger. Up over the line, right side, Reifenberger behind the net. It's the side of the goal with it. Stampede trying to knock it free. It's tied up behind the net, though. And the whistle will blow with 2:20 to go here in the second period. 2-1 score. We've got our second intermission report coming up here in a moment. We'll get you a weather forecast update. We'll get you some out-of-town scores. Update you on Major League Baseball, NHL, college football. We'll have it all for you updated. Face-off draw here will come out of the neutral zone because Reifenberger is the one who shot it and hit the side of the net. So now the face-off here in the neutral zone. Reifenberger ties it up and they win it. Angled there was McGregor. He lost the handle on the puck, and the U.S. able to get back to it there, and it's held for a long time by the U.S. and no whistle there. Tabakin back at his own end. Plays with it here on the left side. Nice little play to shrug the defense off. Gets it to Bryant. Bryant ahead to Reifenberger. Reifenberger, left wing wall. Shot and a pad save made. McGregor has it picked back up, and now it's picked back ahead. Up the right wing wall. Out to center, Rolston. In along the right circle of the Stampede zone as it knocked away by Europe, and the Herd able to clear it out of the zone. Played here with 1:38 to go in the period. Turn into the Stampede zone. Drops it for Hughes. Hughes makes a move. Shot. Tried to go top shelf. It's off the mark. Comes back out. Flip back in high off the wall. Played here into the slot. Knocked down. Kessel picks it up. Kessel flips into the air. Right wing side. Ivan Usenkov delivering a nice hit. Romano in front looking for Ivan Usenkov, but that's bumped away and picked up by Boldy with 1:12 and counting to go here in the period. Gets it to Hughes across the Stampede line. Holds on to the right side, now comes to the slot, drops back to the right point. Down low into the corner they play it to Boldy. Boldy off behind the net, looking around the right cage. Under a minute to go here in the period. 2-1. Sioux Falls leads. Back to the U.S. Boldy. Off behind the net of Veltri. He gets tied up, it comes loose, so here's a backhand try that goes high and off the goal. Back along the firewall, the Stampede have possession. They'll get it out. Johnson ahead. A 2-on-1 break for the Herd. Johnson and Borchardt. Here's Johnson, drops it to Europe. Shot, scores! Yippee Europe puts it home! And with 34 seconds to go in the second period, the Stampede have a 3-1 lead here on Team USA. A tremendous play there on the break. A heads-up play as he saw Europe coming in trailing and dropped it back to him right between the circles. And he threads the needle and gets the goal for the Stampede with 34.9 seconds to go. They lead the U.S. under 18 with a 3-1 score. A huge late goal here for the Herd. Off the draw, it sets all the way in. Sullivan off back behind the net. The Herd knock it down to Lee. Puck here, played back out to center, and now it's flipped back. Played here by Sullivan. It sets all the way in. Rowe off behind the goal. Holds on to it for the U.S. Just waiting with it. 10 seconds to go. Chips it off the board. Sullivan applies a hit. The puck comes to center. Here's Crozier. He'll just dump in, and the final seconds will tick off the clock in the Stampede. Heavy underdogs coming into this one. Have a 3-1 lead on Team USA here. The U.S. under 18s. A 3-1 lead for Sioux Falls at the end of two periods. And now the Herd will have 20 minutes that they'll still have to try and close things out. But an impressive display of play here by the Herd through the first 40 minutes, despite being outshot 24-12 unofficially. It's a 3-1 lead for the Herd as Yippee Europe gets his first goal of the season. And the Stampede playing very well here through the first 40 minutes. And we know Team USA is going to come out firing here with their speed and skill in period number 3. So the Stampede, Coach Owens, Coach Gagliardi, and Coach Skinner will definitely be discussing some of that and how to prepare for that in the locker room as they get ready for the third and final stanza. All right, here's what we have coming up. After a quick timeout, we'll get you a weather forecast update, let you know what you need to know. Plus, we'll have a look at some out-of-town scores, get you up to date on what's been taking place in the USHL Fall Classic, what's still ahead, plus the latest college football, Major League Baseball playoff implication games, all that will get you covered during our intermission report, plus our Sioux Nation Pet Clinic second period recap as we get you ready for period number 3, just 15 minutes or so away as the Stampede get ready here for the third and final against Team USA. At the end of 2 here in Pittsburgh, the Stampede on top of Team USA by a score of 3-1. We'll step aside here, take a short timeout. We're back with our intermission report when we return as you are listening to Sioux Falls Stampede Hockey 20th anniversary Catch all the action right here on your home for the herd. That's Keller News Talk 1320, 105.1 FM. Yeah, no doubt. Very much so, Ray. Thank you so much. It's been an entertaining game, that's for sure. And you just don't know. Still a period to go here. But, boy, the Stampede have played very well, all things considered, with the talent that Team USA has on the roster. As I mentioned, 7 potential first-round NHL draft picks. Jack Hughes has been kept in check for the most part here so far. But, still 20 minutes to go. But I think if you're Coach Owens and you have a 3-1 lead heading into the third period, you're feeling pretty good about yourself and you're happy with how this team has played here. So we'll see what happens in the final 20 minutes. Let's take a look, though, at Sioux Nation Pet Clinic second period scoring recap. And Sioux Nation Pet Clinic reminding you that they've got experienced vets and also offer grooming services. Don't forget about their walk-in shot clinics. It's the first Saturday of every month. You can find out more how you can improve your pet's health without being a strain on your wallet by visiting them at SiouxNationPetClinic.com. That's SiouxNationPetClinic.com. And as we take a look at this one, it was a 1-1 game coming in. And then at the 5:31 mark, Anthony Romano and Max Crozier on the power play, setting up Artem Ivanyu-Zenkov, and the Stampede at their first lead of the night. Romano trying to feed it back over to Ivanyu-Zenkov. Now back to McGregor at the right point. Slides it inside the left circle. Here's Ivanyu-Zenkov. Shot, scores! Artem Ivanyu-Zenkov, a power play goal. And the Herd have the lead. It's 2-1 with 14:29 to go here in the second period. A power play goal. So a big one there for the Stampede. That made it a 2-1 game and put some pressure on Team USA. Would stay that way until late 1925 of the period. Ryan Johnson breaking in on a 2-on-1 break. Quickly became a 3-on-1 as Yeppie Europe came in from behind, and he finds Europe, who finds the back of the net. Back along the firewall, the Stampede have possession. They'll get it out. Johnson ahead. A 2-on-1 break for the Herd. Johnson in Borchardt. Here's Johnson, drops it to Europe. Shot, scores! Yeppie Europe puts it home! And with 34 seconds to go in the second period, the Stampede have a 3-1 lead here on Team USA. So there, a big goal for the Stampede. That made it a 3-1 game. That's where we stand right now. Let's check our stats of the period. 12 shots in that period for Team USA, a two-period total of 24. Stampede had 8 shots in the period, a two-period total of 12. The Herd are 1 for 2 on the power play so far tonight. Team USA is 1 for 4. Other scores across the USHL. One game earlier today, it was Dubuque falling to Green Bay 3-2. Later this evening, coming up at 4 o'clock Central Time, it'll be It'll be Waterloo against Omaha, and then Muskegon and Sioux City on the nightcap. Yesterday, Stampede were not in action, but a full slate of games. Sioux City beat Green Bay 5-3. Muskegon topped Fargo 4-3. It was Tri-City over Madison 2-1. Central Illinois beat Waterloo in overtime 5-4. Cedar Rapids beat Lincoln 3-1. And Des Moines bumped Chicago by a final score of 10-5. We'll take a timeout. We come back. We'll get you an update on the college football scoreboard in Major League Baseball, and then we'll get you ready. We'll drop the puck for period number 2, period number 3, Stampede and Team USA, right here on your home for the Herd. Keller News Talk 1320, 105.1 FM. Back here, and more of our second intermission report. We'll get you caught up to date here on what's going on in other sports. Baseball today. A couple afternoon games. St. Louis keeps their very slim playoff hopes alive with a 2-1 win over the Chicago Cubs. Meanwhile, the New York Yankees, who have already clinched the number 1 wild card and will host Oakland later this week. They are leading Boston 8-2. Later tonight, it'll be Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. LA Dodgers will take on San Francisco. Houston's at Baltimore. Toronto at Tampa Bay. And all kinds of games on the docket here in baseball. Checking updated scores here from football today, number 1 Alabama, 56-14 winners over Louisiana. It was Clemson coming from behind in the fourth quarter. They beat Syracuse and avoid the upset. They beat Syracuse 27-23. West Virginia, 3 minutes, 51 seconds away from a victory over Texas Tech. They leave 35-27. It's Michigan State defeating Central Michigan 31-20 in top 25 play here today. Other games getting underway. Texas is at Kansas State later today. It'll be Michigan at Northwestern. Florida's at Mississippi State. Virginia Tech is at Duke. Ohio State at Penn State. Notre Dame is hosting Stanford. South Carolina's at Kentucky. Washington is hosting BYU. And Oregon is at California. All of those on the docket here today. We'll take our final break. When we come back, we will drop the puck. Period number 3. The good guys up 3-1. See if we can get her done in the third. You're listening to Sioux Falls Stampede Hockey on your home for the herd. Keller News Talk, 1320 105.1 FM and online at KELO.com. Back here in Pittsburgh, Jim Olander with you. Ray Crockett back inside the Splash City Game Night Studios. Period number 3. That's what we've got for you. And the Stampede lead 3-1. 20 minutes left. USA. We know certainly what they're capable of. In 2 exhibition games against Muskegon, they scored 12 goals. So here we go. Our workplace IT management third period. And we are underway. Off the draw, picked up here by the Stampede. Sullivan flips it in behind the net to Lee. Andre Lee had it knocked down. Sullivan giving chase back after it. Romano has it knocked down. Stampede having to roll off a couple of sticks, and now Sullivan back to play it here off the wall. That is touched offside by the U.S. Give the Evolved approach a chance. Visit them today online. Workplace IT Management. Go to workplace-it.com. See what the cloud can do for your business today. Here's Caulfield off the draw. Shot deflected wide. Stevens coming over trying to get to it. Bryant has it tied up. Now left side shot that it's the side of the goal. Rebound sent in off back behind the net. Kessel off the wall to Bryant. Chipped it and that hits the Stampede bench unfortunately. And that will result in a face-off in the defensive zone for the Herd. 19:25 to go in the third period. 3-1 Sioux Falls on top. Face-off draw here. Face-off one here by the Herd. Off behind the net. Left side, McGregor. Playing it ahead to Stevens. Stevens flips it in over the line. Bouncing puck here, Stevens. Right side. Played back into the right wing corner, and it's knocked down here. Played here out the middle of the ice. Played ahead. York. Shot up high. Blocker save. Stampede force it out with a hand, but it's not out of the zone. It's kept in. Caulfield back behind the Stampede net. They center. Off the mark. It'll come all the way back out of the zone, and the Herd will do a quick change. U.S. trying to catch him, but they'll swing it up the right side and send it in. Back behind the goal. Granilla has it for the Herd. Plays it up. Long outlet pass. Ivan Zenkov's pass intercepted. Here's York the other way. Tabakin bumps him off the wall. It's knocked free. Ivan Zenkov has it, and now he'll play it ahead. Borchert trying to get after it for the Stampede. Now it's played back out here. Stipped there by the Herd. Ivan Zenkov again. Playing it. Hellison has it for the U.S. Borchert back behind the net trying to get to it. Borchert has it. He'll get it to Cornell, but it rolled right off of his hands and played back out by the U.S. 18:10 to go in regulation. Borchert flips it to Cornella. Bouncing puck into the right corner. Ivan Zenkov delivers a hit, but the puck is cleared out by the U.S. And here they come back. Farrell through center. Spins. Gets it here over the line. A centering attempt there by Thurn goes wide, and now it's played back off behind the net. Europe swung to the far side, third towards the net, tipped there, high in the air, bouncing. Europe trying to pick it back up, but it'll come to the far wall.